most of you know me, but my name is Amelia Black. I teach the Navajo 1 course at UNM. And I think most of you are familiar with me. And if you're not, then here I am. And tonight we're going to, I have Manny Fernandez that's going to be helping me out. And then the presenter here, Shana, the Netsui, is going to be presenting Tsidił tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to Manny. He can introduce himself and then turn it over to Shana Thomas, the Netsui. Go ahead, Manny.
Yat so Manuel Fernandez Inishie. I work at the Navajo language program at UNM, and I'm helping run the Zoom tonight. So I'll be mostly in the background, making sure everyone is having any issues. If anyone has any issues, let me know, and I'll help you out if anyone's muted or whatnot. But otherwise, we'll be recording for posterity. But without any further ado, Nehisha, Thomas Benally.
Yate, Shayam, can situate in the sun, but Ahne Bashis chain, can ya on it a shit. I don't know, creating that a chanel. The neck equashiji it the next sweet. But I shade the Hassan. The neck call say legend and I'm into my 19th year now. I'm trying to sneak out, but my students won't let me right now. Ako yate o to na shite is no Amelia. Ebesindashnes de say later. Ni tayo what the listen that you hot and no. Very good, sir. So I teach education courses for teachers to be. I'm teaching like 4 classes right now. So I'm from Rock Point, Arizona. It's very isolated and it's in the Chinle Valley. Red rocks, a lot of red rocks on each side of the place. And Manuel Thomas Peter Benally. You see. My late dad's name was Peter Benally. And then my late mom, Jessie Benally. So send this. I know when we used to play that when I used to work at Rock Point Community School, I had a late brother who taught Navajo social studies. So he always set the game up for his students and then mostly to have fun, to pass the time. And in English, they just say Navajo stick game. But in Navajo, we say it's in this. Anyway, I'm going to show you a video first that I got from San Juan School District near Blanding, Utah. It's said all this. Let's see that first. Is it showing?
No, not yet. You got to share your screen.
Okay, hold on again. What about now?
You're good.
He's explaining this.
Nan die quest an it say ya in joining of a card it up. And they go could be husband. Lay question that it's an aya. Play with all chingo a husband or lay hot on neither say in lay a old car. A old car on that you know. None of the be husband or lay. Ah, nee, ja, Hajo is not die Hanebeta di Tigi, Kos Anigate, no Sanet Aisha, no Sa ya deep Katna right, so not lost and leany, at a Bama, I don't hit on him, mat a Benny Nago, not lost and Lenny, Iota again got a. So, chas. As kidat in the chas. So, ebony na ebet a wheat cast. Chas begin. Kun hasin so it. Apedat il out a wheat cast. Question kidan di today, Bolny. Di agot eben that it's a national 8 to 8 at the national. I don't could 8 to hati, then was sabit best no. Cochen then get your in Latin then the coche Green River the Hutchin Argent then get ya sonnet etching Dutchin. She what she go as done with ya. That she can't as done no out. Cochenan Lendica could it Koya sang one river had then get a no ease. Yat the ne, argent she, a she catani, it's a kate, art bell, she coche, quart echo and lengi ebina art out, adult sipnet and that the yeno. A cottage at a quapo nation, sato, so she pohone, a shipinina, do teachers in at the known to hashish. A co eight I see born nipping in a squat beta with cash or I should pay husband. I don't think that could end it out at the so my she couldn't cut it out so thought I sitting in a band case as I say to coin this sort of 8 kindel adel Codego, Scott Ann has kinida to toy bolny, let that 8 bolny, 8 or might to hold no shade on has kinder dolly. I could also be a honey to shake on Nava. Thought it not delegate a song, him tea. 8 stars that and later. I could not have nothing, saggy, sunny, person. My country, my is on yet an egg, could you? Oh, I thought that little art. Be she hasn't done, a she would I, that's at the such a you hasn't. Could it ask at the each naggy? Yes, my is on yet on. Be she hadn't, be she had. Beshe hasn't all left. Oh, now, Kitty Hallo, Kita, she would add that. Had la tried in a had, no, other say her. And yet, that Nana, they quit, I see to my Danichia. I show me bells and dollars, couldn't it. When I see the end, no, Tati Haya. The letter in the world had nothing at Quati. As Kidani Adi Haya larger. Larger Haya to it pushing out in this card. She Aqua and Hahones, na. So then she tested Ilian. I see wet Yego Hanetua Eben, a couldn't not see any spells and all that is and that again. I don't think I better how to trust a quentato nest. Entato nesto, she done it so that he trust. Yahena, Yahena. Yo hi-yo, hey, hi-yo, hey.
Cool, huh? If you want to play this game, you got to learn that song. Okay, now. With the game that I set up over here on the floor, I'm going to try and explain this in Navajo. I hope it shows up. Let me see here. Oh, I lost track of it. But I'm gonna get it back though. Bear with me. It's not showing up.
Is it plugged in again or?
Yes, it is. Wow, I had it all here. Let me unplug it and plug it back in.
Mhm.
Wow, it's not working with me. I hope I don't have to restart it. Then I'll lose it. Yeah, you probably all learned that word.
We had it working earlier.
Yeah, it did. Don't know what happened.
Is it check
Manuel, what?
it in next to the stop video? Do you see like little top arrow? Do you see like a little arrow next to video?
Okay, let
Click
me.
the arrow and click the camera that you're looking for.
All right, so while this is
Oh, we
there
got it.
goes. There it goes. Never mind.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Manuel.
No problem.
Now let me see. There.
If I see it.
Is it large enough?
It's good.
Okay. I don't know if this is the speaker will work right here. Maybe you can hear me from here. Let me try.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. What I'm showing here is
We can't hear you. Are you talking?
oh, what about now?
Now I can hear you.
What about here with the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you're gonna play a game, I pick these up outside. Stones. You need 40 stones in order to set up a game. What the instructor said is that this one right here, the center stone, represents the earth that we live on. All animals and insects and everything, they all live on here. So we consider it as our mother, he says, as our mother. It represents that, he says, this one right here. And then these right here represent the stars. You probably heard that. He said, these represent the stars. And then the reason why I set this up, that this is the color. The fruit right here. This will be east right here. This would east side. These colors, they represent the sacred mountain and also the game, how this is set up. It's straight. It's a white shell. Straight. And then to the south right here is So Tsidił. So Tsidił. I'm not sure if I set this up right. But south, what we call Tsidił. Blue. It represents turquoise. Okay. And to the west, would be yellow. It's a abalone shell. Abalone shell. And then to the north, darkness and blackjack. So here looks great. So the shifts there. Wash in there. It said that there are these openings right here. They're rivers. Those were here. Here it is right there, rivers. He said one of them is San Juan River. And then the other one is Rio Grande, they say. One of these rivers over here. And then he said that one is Green River. Green River. And then the other one is Little Colorado. We explain this that way. And then the reason for these rivers, he said, the reason why he talked about frog or toad, in the song they were mentioning chash, means frog or toad. He said the frog or the toad has a lot to do with the water. Then that he or she's in charge of the weather, the rain and the moisture. That's how he explained it. That is the reason why we mentioned the name in the song, he said. And also, Coyote, the trickster. The trickster was around. That's what he said too. He's also in charge of the rain, the weather, he says. And when they were, when the Navajos, the story goes that when people were developing the earth and the mountains and what's on here, and then the heavenly bodies, the heavens. So there were a group of holy people sitting with a buckskin laid out like this. And then they were arranging what star would go up in the heavens, which star. They made an arrangement, and then here Coyote ran over here, and then he said he grabbed the buckskin, and then just threw it up. He says, "This is what you do." So he did that. He says, and then this one also represents, he said, the coyote. That he put another star up in the heavens. Then he said, "This will represent me, coyote star. In Navajo, it's my present, my present." Then he said that many years ago, when there were no watches, people used to watch that star to tell the time. He mentioned that too. So this one represents the coyote too. Okay. In order to play the game, you have to have these sticks, black on all three of them on one side, and then white on the other side. You color it that way. So then he said that the white represents the day, and then the black represents night. And then he says that when night and day was going to be set up, people play this game, he says. People play this game. Will there be day all day or something like that? The sun will shine, no night. And the darkness over here. the shoe game, it represents that though. But this is the black part represents the night. And then the white part represents the day. And then these are just markers. Markers. So like you saw the video, all the children sitting around and then they were really singing. And they were singing, they were playing the game. And then the colors, however, the sticks, lands like this, they count. They have to move. They how many spaces like this. So then all white like this. If they land like this, all white, then you can move 10 spaces. 10 spaces. And then all black like this. 5. Ashla. All whiteness, no? Okay. And then they say that if it lands this way, 1 black and then 2 white, then you move 2 spaces. 2 spaces. And then if 2 black and then 1 white, you move 3 spaces. So that's with all the counting when you play. And then this is made out of wood. Color. So you knit these, you play the game, and then it's called sun dish. Sun is wood. Sun. And then the dish part is a root word, a verb. I dish dish. What is it? I dish dish. That root word is combined with the word sun dish. Are you following me, or am I just confusing you?
You're good.
Well, you always start from the east. Right here, markers. East. And then I dish. So 1 black and 2 white. So how many spaces do I move now?
3. 2.
Janelle.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then when they play this, they used to do like this, kind of like rocket to get lucky, to get all the white or something like that. Okay. And okay, then the next player will this again. Maybe this will represent the other person. This one. Same. Same spaces, 2 spaces. Then I'm going to do it next again. Ashla. Right?
Oh,
Ashla. Ashla. 5 spaces. Okay, now the other person. Banana. Adestel. Okay, dinana or kaya.
Ka.
Asana kita Aroshana dole. Asana kita. Oops. They say that these are, remember I said rivers. San Juan, Rio Grande do Colorado, and San Juan. If you land in here, you have to go back in here, the river. You're going to start again. But then, if you get a tan or white like this, you get a free turn. Free turn. So the other player is going to play again. At the dos fish. Ashlaya.
Oh,
Asana tika de ashla. Oops. Where does this person go? River right here.
Kahitlish.
Action to the el. Donana. A bit of Shinando. This. Asana tika. See with the Navajo children, they have to count too. Asana tika de ashta
Kailana. Todo. Dada. Kahintlish.
And then the player fell into the river. The layer. Additional on the shop. Shit. Asana shit. Pinan. Nana. Yeah, quicker.
Twa.
Hit says. Don't know, yeah. That's opposite. Yeah.
Oh,
Rest. The queen.
os tra the quid in it.
Ta.
Oh, ta.
Asana tika. Shanana. Ash.
Ashla.
Oh,
John.
Ah.
Shanana. Nande. Okay.
Naki.
Mr. River.
Dekui.
Naki.
Oh, John.
Yeah. Ishinana, shit. Okay.
Naki.
Naki.
Wow, I'm jumping over the river. Asana, shit. Ishinana, shit. Adanana. Okay.
Na Quisha.
Naki.
Naki.
Asana, shit. Woo.
Kahin Klij.
Happens now. What does this person want to do now? Whoa.
Start over.
I'm back over here again. Wow. Starting point again. Hicks is here. Hicks is river. Ishinana. Shit. Okay.
Ta.
John.
Ta.
People used to rub this together like this. They want to get it. They're shooting for a 10 or a 5. That's why. They always say, Naznanze. Please, 10. They would say right here.
Ta. Ta.
Okay.
Naki.
Shit.
Naki.
Naki.
Ta.
She got traditional. The good thing there's no one. So I'm going to jump over the river. Wow. I'm almost back over here.
Dekui.
How far do I jump?
Is not.
Nezna.
It won't count either. Asanaki. Te ashla. Asa. Te naste. Nezna. Do you think I'm going to make it home with any one of these numbers?
No.
The ga-
The got.
There's no one. So I guess I'm stuck here. But I'm going to try to get another 10, though. That's the only way I can. They say you can, if you're almost home like this, and if you make a 10, you can get it, you can represent that as a 1. I get a 10, that is.
Shla.
Then they said that if you get 5, one more space to go here. You have to go back 5 spaces. So that's what I'm going to do. Asana kita la itina na kada. Great.
Naki.
Anarchy. Person is very unlucky. Go back, start again. I think this is kind of like the simplest that you can say. If you fall at the river anywhere, you have to go back to the beginning. They used to say that they're floating, you float back, fall into the river. I know at one point we used to represent the numbers differently. Here I've got this kid from San Juan food district near Landing. It's a little town this way. Yeah? It's my turn again. Okay.
Ashla.
Ashla.
Sana kita ashda. The only way is if I get the 10 again, all the white. I can move one space. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, not kid.
Anyway, if one was represented like this, then I would win. But you know the numbering system. I don't know how they came up with these numbers. There's the other thing, but they don't talk about it. They don't talk about that part. And the other story is that white shell woman, Sana Claire, according to the Navajo story.
Dohadi tsada.
Ne,
Oh,
Acha,
at
all the holy people, they went back west somewhere. And then they say that Sana Claire at the west, she lives on some sort of kind of like an island type. I always think about one of the Hawaiian islands, maybe Oahu. Does she live there? I'm not sure. They just say Chico. And then when the Holy People were the only ones present here on Earth. What? Just like Adam and Eve. What she thought was that she needed children. So she recreated 4 clans in the West. And these clans are Kenya'ane, the towering house clan. And Panagahne, the one who walks around you. And Putechine, a Bitterwater clan. And the 4th one was Ashtishne, the Mutt clan. When she recreated them, she kind of like thought that on the trip back to the east, they might have to do something, an activity. So this was what she thought of. From this. She gathered all the clan group right there, and then she showed them, they said. She showed them. She collected the pebbles from a riverbed. The one I showed you right here. And then she set them up like this, 40, 10 groups like this, with the openings. And then she cut a root of the tree, a root. And then she shaped these. I don't know how, but maybe by a rock stone or something like that. So,
Shana,
Huh?
the kid.
okay.
Isaiah, did you have a question?
I'm
Unmute.
sure it's a Navajo. So I'll answer.
No, my bad. I accidentally clicked something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, my bad, but it's interesting though.
Okay.
Thank you. Then the holy people, mainly your son taught her children how to play the game as an activity. She thought that the long trip back might they might be able to kind of like bored, right? So she wanted them to keep them going with high spirit and so forth. So they say that that's the reason why that the son of the son created this game. And then she said to the people that she learned it from the holy people. The holy people showed her. That's what she told them. Anyway, I hope I didn't bore you. Any more questions?
아저씨가 무슨
And then the other thing that this gentleman said that this also represents Coyote star. Maipazon. Maipazon.
Okay.
You know, one of my late brothers, like I said, his name was Leroy Sinajimi. He taught Navajo social studies, so he always played with children. And then he put some change right here for them, right? So they were really into it. These games, they had a good time. Oh,
Okay. I think we can open this up for questions now. I see your hand up again, Isaiah. Did you want to ask a question this time?
Yeah. I was gonna ask, could you play this like in any season, or is it like the string games?
Thank you. Thank you. Any season, yes. Any season.
Oh, okay.
I know there's a song that they used to sing, elderlies. What this gentleman was singing, something like that. So he talked about a lot of animals that has to do with the game, like the toad, and then I almost said the horse. Coyote, trickster, and also cicada. Cicada. According to the Navajo story, when they were journeying from the third world up to the surface of the glittering world, he said, the cicada is the one who came up first, he says, from the ground. So that's the reason why they were naming it in the song too. But maybe I'm going to share a song with you, just a little. Maybe you can sing that when you're playing this too. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, ya na na oba, yeah, yeah, ya na oba, yeah, yeah, Ya na oba ye ya ya he na ya Tsidił ayash to ye koka ashit ne ye Nedi dash tsoy kayish kash ne ye ya na oba ye ya na oba ye ya he ya. Only one verse. The song says that six animals are involved here in the game. A bluebird early in the morning called out to a grandchild. Get up now, grandchild, get up now. It's dawn, it's almost daylight. That is what it says in there.
Okay, any more questions?
I have a question.
Okay,
If you're like only maybe 2 or 3 away from the end, and then you get like a bigger number, like a 5 or a 10, what do you do?
You know, how they explain it is also that like I was over here, one right
Mm-mm.
here. If I get a 10, that means the free turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I can't because there's no one. So what they say in there is if you get a 10, like maybe 2 spaces left here, and you keep missing the colors for this number right here, number 2. You say you can only move up 1 space or something like that. Or what you can do is also just give a kind of like a gift to the other players. One of the players you can maybe like a 5, so they can use that to move up 5 spaces, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
I hope that answer your question.
any more questions? Unmute if you're muted.
And then the other thing that they said was if you right here or anywhere in here, and since there you can't get the number to get home right here. If you get five black ones right here for the black ones, then you can either move back 5 spaces. It's kind of like confusing because this is kind of like new to me.
All right. Anybody else?
I have a question about the rivers.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I read in the video
Yeah.
if there was a female and a male river.
Oh yes. Okay.
And are we using the Rio Grande River and the San Juan or the Green
Yes.
River?
Yes, that's what you said. Green River is sometimes the Colorado River. That's what they say. Yeah. Can be Colorado River. they say. But then that's a tough one again. It says kind of like between North Stones and the White. In there is Rio Grande River. And then the next one, the White turquoise in between. That's Little Colorado River. And then between turquoise and abalone, in there is Colorado River. It says Colorado River. And then of course the best abalone, that area. And then the Bashin, the north in between is San Juan River, he says. He says that one is, I think he said that is male, or no, female, I'm sorry, female. And then they call it Kesdon, straight female. And then I think he said that the Rio Grande River is male. So it's in a zigzag line, zigzag. So for female river, it's Kesdon, straight. And then for male river, it's zigzag. But I've been learning some about this too. I spent 19 years at the college and I've never played this again. So I'm relearning along with you.
Yeah, just like the Nebuzad, if you don't practice, you forget.
Oh, now again, string
Oh,
games. So the string games, they say that it represents a constellation up there the same way right here. These pebbles right here, they represent the constellation.
okay.
Shana, I have a question.
Oh,
Is it Tsidił or Tsidił?
they Sen. What?
Tsin. So TSINDI/L.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Well, like I said at the beginning, Sen dish. Sen would be the wood, and then the dish part. The people used to say sen dish, striking these sticks on the rock or stone right in the middle. That's what they got dish. So that's the reason why I guess you just put those syllables together. Sen dish. You see, or but now we just say dish. We drop the N, right? We do that with a lot of Navajo words. Oh, it's a little. Can they change no? I don't know, but on the Russian chain.
Kiani dashache.
Oh, okay, that part, yes.
Oh.
You might get it chain layer.
Oh.
My late mom and then yours.
Oh.
Ako she last it's a little siya.
Oh, yeah, no.
Gosh, not that's kid anymore. Not the kitty. That's what the young ones say too.
Diné,
Oh,
does this game tend to relate to Keshe as well?
no, kind of different. Keshe is kind of a sacred one. So you only play that in the wintertime. When the animals are asleep, they say.
Oh, okay.
Because that one, they try to win the day or the night animals against the day animals, but nobody won. So then we have night and day this. But this one, this is all season.
Oh, okay.
And the activity or a hobby or something. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is Lakota.
Oh, Dakota, I thought you were employed at in Albuquerque somewhere or attending UNM.
No, I saw this event and I was like, oh, Shana is speaking, so I'm gonna go attend his event and see what he's talking about.
Yate Lakota.
Hi, Amelia. Yate.
Oh, so you're on spring break. What are you doing?
I'm still learning. There's no spring break for me.
Good to hear that.
Any
Oh,
more questions? Class, students, learners? Sashnai dos kit.
Chechi, Yat Eshnaya, Shay Veronica Johnson, Chia, I never knew about this game before, so I just want to say thank you for explaining it. Say, but I need Chin.
Amelia, đâu cả này Chen.
Oh, I should also day just in the
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
oh yeah.
Wow, that's nice. The relationship, according to our clans, Rock Point is all about that. And us some of us Navajos, we really, really value that. Oh,
Oh, Oshana. Adoshik Ade Yaha Mastara do Sneed do Schlapebella Oskid. Are there any more questions? We can stay on up to about 7 if you want. Otherwise, I think this concludes the presentation. Unless you guys want to ask more questions, and then we can stay on. Thanks for coming. There's another one, another presentation that's going to take place March 23rd. There'll be a flyer out. And for my class, this is extra credit. So hook on it if
Yeah.
you're leaving, but if you want to stay on, feel free to. And we can take, Shana can take some questions here.
Yeah, this is me right here. You see me now. I look like a coyote, huh? Amelia.
Yeah, they have a lot of statues on campus of you, Shana.
Ooh.
Lobos.
Really Lobos, huh? And Manuel, thank you for helping me set up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear it. It's all.
Well, if
Any more
Oh.
questions? Naidos kidishla.
I was saying that I wish I was on campus with you. Then it could have been a lot better.
Yeah, you could have been in my class.
Yeah, that's what I was
Guys,
saying.
my
Get
class
away.
likes to play.
Get away from the college for a while. There's Lakota.
Well, you have to stay there until I graduate.
That's what they told me. So they have a rope on me. Hakashila, Sheho, thank you very much for your undivided attention.
Hakwashila, yeah. So good night, guys. And we'll see you on Friday in class.
Yep.
Hakon.
Hasta la vista. Hasta luego.
Go on it.
Yeah,
Hey-ho.
Oh, Hakon.